Ye was on Alex Jones today, right? So I'm working working on a boat. I'm taking a fly bridge down, right? Papa Hotep texts me like, "Hey yo, you need to tune in to Infowars right now. Alex Jones is interviewing Ye and he wilding." So I'm like, "Oh shit." So I'm thinking he might be going off or something like that, going off on Alex Jones or something like that, right? I tune in. He got a whole morph suit on, a whole morph suit with like a fucking, like I don't know what kind of jacket that was. Like some shit that you would wear when you go skiing or something like that, right?
It was a racing jacket, I thought.
I think some people said it was a snowmobile jacket or some shit.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It's a big heavy ass jacket, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sure Texas ain't that goddamn cold. But I digress. Anyway, so I tune in and he is on his best shit, right? To the point where I'm looking at Alex Jones' face and Alex Jones is nervous.
Yeah, he was.
Alex,
he can't say he wasn't.
Alex,
He was like, oh man, what the world is going on?
Alex Jones was nervous, yo. I tweeted out earlier today, I said, Alex Jones is looking at Ye like, damn, I thought I was a lot. Alex Jones was nervous as shit, bro. So when I tuned in,
Ye came in there on 100, didn't he? Or really, he came in there on 1,000. Say what?
He came in on his one fish, blue fish, red, one fish, two fish, red fish, blue fish, boy. Yo, when I came in, I think he had Laura Loomer on speakerphone. At first, I thought it was Candace Owens. I was like, "Oh shit, how you get? Did she know she?" Went? But then they said it was Laura Loomer. I was like, "Oh, okay, it's Laura Loomer." But then I'm like, "Shit, we ain't heard from Laura Loomer in a month of Sundays. She got canceled.
Oh man,
she got canceled the minute she started letting illegal immigrants into Nancy Pelosi's backyard, right? And I think she ran for office at one point.
She started that up before Abbott and DeSantis got in on the action.
Oh yeah. Laura Loomer, they fuck around and got that idea from her.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, the shit's crazy, right? So I'm listening to Ye. He talking, sporadically, talking in circles like he normally does. I understand what he's saying, right? It wasn't until it wasn't until he said he loved Dolph Ziggler.
That's what. See, he was hitting us with the free speech absolutism, right?
Absolutism.
It was like, y'all not ready for the free speech absolutism, are you?
Right.
Because I'm gonna say some wild stuff and see how you like it. He took that reference too that we've heard Hotep Jesus and Uncle Hotep go into before too, that taking the word that's a pejorative and taking the power and stripping it right off of it, right? And saying, okay, here's your word that you're saying is bad and naughty and I can't repeat it. Well, I'm going to repeat it. And I'm going to say it applies to me too. And he did that, didn't he?
Yeah, he did.
I don't know if the world's ready for that or not.
So for those of you who didn't see it, for those of you who don't know what he looked like on this show, right? And don't get me wrong.
He looked like a Cobra Commander villain.
I love Kanye West. I love him to death. I love Ye to death, man. This is what he looked like.
Yes.
He looked like a ISIS video. He looked like he had somebody hostage in the back. He wanted $10 million in unmarked bills with a helicopter. Is what my man looked like in this picture.
Mr. Bond.
This is what he looked like.
Got Bond trapped back there.
To the point I was second guessing, wondering if it was even him. I'm like, is he in the back talking and that's Milo just sitting up there? Like, I didn't know. Right? I didn't know, right? So he starts talking about, and I understood what he was saying still, right? When he was like, I love Dolph Ziggler, right? Even on fucking Rumble, I don't feel comfortable saying my fucking name. I love Dolph Ziggler, right? And I get what he was saying, right? It's kind of like how HJ say you lead with love, right? I think that's the wrong motherfucker to say you love, right? But I get what he was saying, right? Inside of the Ages, what was that shit you said that Unc took your tweet? Matter of fact, I can just find Unc's tweet. What was that you said that Unc took your tweet? You know what I mean? Because I think that's exactly what he was saying, right? Let me see if I can find it. I think you worded it perfect. I couldn't word it better than you did. Let me see. Where is it?
I'm looking forward to seeing what comes next.
Here we go. I got it. So I think this is what Ye was getting at. I think right here. That's my dog barking. My dog barks all day, every day. Anybody want a boxer lab mix? He's a good boy. So, best to acknowledge the good with the bad and see the value of humanity as a collective. If we don't have love for the worst among us, how can we heal that aspect of collective humanity? That's a bar from Inside of the Ages that Uncle Hotep decided to tweet burgle. Right? So, I think that's what Ye was doing, right? He was saying like, yo, no, I love everybody, right? Even if what you did was egregious and heinous, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's like the equivalent of like when remember Botham John, the guy that got shot by the police officer, what's her name? What's her name? Kimberly Geiger, the one that she allegedly walked into the wrong apartment and thought it was hers.
Yeah.
And the family was like, I forgive you, and they were hugging her and shit.
Her.
Yeah.
The Christian way, right? Love the sinner, but not the sin.
Right, exactly. So I think that's where Ye was going with it, but I think Ye was going that way, but he was doing it in a trolling manner. I think he was trolling that shit 1,000%. Right? Especially when he was up there talking about Benjamin Netanyahu, but he was calling him BB Net, and he had a fucking like fish net, like a fucking fish net, and he's calling him Yoo-hoo, Netanyahu, and he had a fucking bottle of Yoo-hoo. So like that was his props, right? Like he was goddamn Carrot Top, right? He just thought that was the funniest shit in the world. He thought that shit was fucking. He was slapping the knee, teeth out, all that shit. He thought that shit was fucking hilarious, right? You know what I mean? What Inside of the Ages say? I never knew that Netanyahu was the voice of Elmo. Ye was dressed in Balenciaga and Adidas. He said, "You may not be doing business with me, but I'm doing business with you. I'm your spokesman now." Shit, which is hilarious because that's what they do to you. Like when you crawl, when we was listening to Patrice O'Neal, what Patrice O'Neal say? They let you feel yourself a little bit, and then when you do some shit, like, oh, no, he crossed the line here. Now you're going to apologize, and once you apologize, we'll let you back in, but now you owe us. And now you the spokesperson for whatever the shit that you was railing against. So right. Ye was like, now I'm your spokesperson, kind of turning the tables on him, right? He was trolling the entire time. He was putting his truth bombs out. He was doing it all in fun. He had Nick Fuentes up there with him. Nick Fuentes is just Nick Fuentes, right? That's not, yeah. He's just a yes man. That's all he is. That's all he is. He's just a yes man. He's just holding Ye's bag and his nuts and all that other shit when he need him to, right? Now, what I thought was pretty cool was that Ye was deferring to Nick on like news and politics type shit, right? He would defer to Nick on that shit. Which he should have did on fucking Tim Pool. But the more and more I think about Tim Pool, which we're going to get to a video, the more and more I think about the Tim Pool thing, right? I think the Tim Pool shit was all the way a setup. I think they meant it to go that way the entire time. I don't think Tim was in on it. Right? I don't think Tim was in on it. I think they had that plan that they were going to walk out.